Hi everybody, it's Scott again. Welcome to another episode, or whatever we call it, of Infinite Freedom. Today, we're going to talk about continue on what I did last time, is we talked about attraction and how sometimes the things we've been told have led to negative feelings or negative emotions. And one of the most important things that has happened to me that I struggled with for a long time was the wrong people in your life. And so I was always told if I'm getting those people, then I must be putting out that vibration, because like attracts like, as they say. There's also something I want to bring your attention to when it comes to the law of attraction, is another law called the law of unintended consequences. This is in any situation that you go into, there are going to be situations that come about that you had no idea were going to. They could be good, they could be bad. A lot of times, because they're unexpected, we're kind of broadsided with the situation. In attraction, in manifestation, and all that, there are things, you're going to attract things that you didn't necessarily know you were going to attract. There's going to be things that come into your life that aren't necessarily that which you thought you would get. And we have to be aware of that. And to say that it's your fault because you're putting out a certain vibration and you have to change everything within yourself, not necessarily true. Here's the big thing I want to put out, another point that I just want to make sure that everyone knows is, it's not all about what goes on in here. I mean, this is a big part. You control, and what I always talk about is you control your feelings and your thoughts, which lead to your actions, and you control all of that. But you cannot control your outside world necessarily. There's a famous saying, I love it. It has brought a lot of peace to a lot of people. It is, you cannot change the wind, but you can adjust your sails. The point of that is so profound. It's so simple, yet it's so profound, that the wind is the wind, and you're not going to change the wind. And your vibration and your attraction, hey, if a hurricane's coming, a hurricane's coming. It's going to be what you're going to bring in that hurricane is going to be based on your feelings, your thoughts, your actions. And so it's important to realize, if you're in a hurricane, it's not the fact that you attracted it. It's not the fact that all these things coming into your life. So the main thing is, what I want to talk about today is people. There's people that will come into your life, and they may not necessarily be good people. But when you're putting out, let me just put this out there. When you're putting out a positive emotion, you're putting out happy vibes, happiness, optimism, positive thought, you are going to get what I call, a lot of people call them dream killers. I call them feeders. And there are going to be people that will be attracted to the vibration because they feed off of it. These are people that have a lot of drama in their life. They rely on other people for their happiness. That's a big one. You made me unhappy. You made me angry. Those kind of terms. You have those people in your life. It might not be because you're angry, you're attracting someone angry. It's because you're putting out a vibration and you're drawing in people who feed off that vibration. So, congratulations. I've now given you, I hope that in Infinite Freedom, that we've freed something up for you. That you now have the freedom to realize that you may not be sending out a vibration, attracting certain people, that your positive and happy vibration may be attracting people, like I said, that are called feeders. And they're going to feed off this vibration. Now, there's certain ways to recognize who the feeders are. I just want to touch on the fact that if you have people that you call toxic, or you have people that bring you down, that's a sign that they're going to, they might be one of those feeders. Are they bringing you down? Because they're drawing that emotion away from you. And when they eat off that vibration, it's going to start to take its toll on you. It's also going to be very exhausting if you're a person who tries to keep your optimism, because you're going to continually try to be optimistic. By the end of the day, you're drained. So what I wanted to do on today's little video is I just wanted to tell you that in having infinite freedom, you're going to realize that there are the law of unintended consequences, and one of those are that you're going to have people come into your life that you are going to attract, whether you're as positive, optimistic, and as wonderful and as you can be. There are going to be people that come into your life, and the idea is we need to identify those people, And stop thinking that it's in here, oh, I have to change. I have to continually change. I have to change my vibration because I keep getting these people. No, what you're doing may be fine. We need to now deal with what's going on in the outside and start sorting who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, moving some things on, moving some things out of your life, drawing other things in. A great picture I'd like to give you is if you're throwing blood in the ocean, which is, let's say that the blood is like your positive vibration, your positive emotion. If you're throwing blood in the ocean, sharks will come. The more sharks that are in the water, the more aggressive the water around you is going to be, and the less likely that you're going to get dolphins, other fish. See, I'm at a loss. Other fish that would bring happiness. So while the sharks are swimming around devouring everything, they're also taking up the space that would bring other things in. So that's why it's important to identify that and realize this is not an internal situation. This is something you need to deal with externally. And once you differentiate that, you're going to have a lot more freedom. You're going to stop. The big thing is you're going to stop blaming yourself for the people that come into your life. There are going to be people that feed off that positive emotion. They're going to come in. So what I want to let you know is that's the point for today, that if you have people in your life that seem to drain you, it may not be because you're attracting them because you're a drain. You're attracting them because you're giving them food. You're feeding that. You're giving them the vibration they need. And we need to help identify that and get them to move on. The main thing is, what I'm going to say now to preface before our next video is that when you realize that they're in your life and you move them on, that not only are you doing yourself a favor, you're doing them a favor, because they're gonna figure it out, and it's nothing you can do to change them. So we'll get to that and how to deal with them. The next video, what we're going to do when I talk about this is we're going to deal with how to identify those people. We'll go over step by step on how to identify the traits and the behaviors of those people, so you'll know, hey, this person might be one of those people that are feeding off my emotions. So we'll go over that on the next one, on the next video on this step. And then in the future, we'll go over how to deal with either keeping them and getting them to realize that they're not going to feed off your energy and take that, or they're going to move on in their life, which is going to be better for everybody. Better for you, better for them. But before those videos go up, I'm going to be in California for the next few days, so I'll be on location. So I'm going to do some special videos about dreams and about because we'll be in Hollywood, so we'll do some special things about dreams and about going after your goals and all that. We'll do that. It'll be special. We'll do real beautiful backdrops, and we'll do outside location shots. It'll be fun. So that's next, and then we'll get back to how to identify the people that are maybe draining you and how to get rid of them at some point. And that's the next step, becoming free. It's infinite freedom. I'm Scott. And you know what? Another thing before I go, I always have this weird thought, like, how do I close these videos? So I just like, see you next time, bye. Because you notice on the news they have like a person so they can kind of say, thank you for joining us. Then they turn and like start talking to somebody, but I don't have anybody over here to talk to. I could pretend. I should pretend that there's a cameraman. Wouldn't that be great? Hey, I should talk to the cameraman as if he's back there, but there's nobody back there because it's just me. Anyway, so weird endings, they evolve as we get more comfortable with the camera and all that. So anyway, infinite freedom, one more step towards your ultimate freedom and the infinite freedom, which is infinite. Infinity times infinity. So I'm Scott, Infinite Freedom. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
She's the girl next door. She's the one that you're dreaming about. It's the way that you feel. She's the best thing in this small